Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Just wanted to clarify a few things, give you a quick little mini tutorial on scaling your drawings. Hope everybody's doing well. Sure do miss you guys. Hope everybody's staying safe and able to figure out the project document I sent. I know this is kind of a big project and it's going to take a couple weeks, kind of a big thing, so it's kind of important because like the next 6 to 8 assignments are related to this assignment. So let me go over it with you real fast. First things to do is the site plan sketch. You hopefully selected your lot. Many of you did, a couple of you have not. I just need a 1, 2, or 3 in the comment section and just need that sometime today, or if not, I'll be able to figure out from your sketch that should be in to me tomorrow. So you'll see on the screen is my site plan sketch. Put that under the Google Classroom assignment. Got a little carried away, long pathway back to the back. I did mention in the notes that you'll see a lot of these lots are all three much longer, or deep if you will, than they are wide. So should be tons of backyard. That Lake Juliana lot 1 has tons of trees in the back. You'll probably knock out 1 or 2 trees in the front, put a big house, put it off the road a little bit. You still have plenty of room behind the house. Mariana is not as deep, not as wide. And this one here that I'm working on here on Lake Gibson, nice long lot, not super wide, but almost 100 wide. Mine has some weird numbers too, so if you're doing number 3 like me, the back of the lot has a couple different numbers and there's some weird things that don't quite add up. So I just kind of sketched in and made up, assumed that it's 96 wide plus the 33 because it didn't make a lot of sense because the other side's 78 and 21, and I think that 9 goes in there too. So I just kind of threw something in there. You'll see from my sketch that I don't do 2 curves around the cul-de-sac, I just do the 1. You'll see I've located a house. That house fits on the screen here. You see a long driveway. I set it back well behind, put a couple trees, a shed slash work room in the back there. That could be a mother-in-law suite. You never know. You can plug a few things back there. I think I labeled it shop. The little pathway back to the dock and boathouse. You better believe if I ever had a house on a lake, it would hold a boat. Because if I can afford a house on the lake, I can afford a big boat. You better believe it. That's not why I chose Lake Gibson over Lake Ariana or Arietta or Juliana or Mariana. Like I said, they're all great. I just think right now, especially being in quarantine, I'd rather live on any lake right now because I could spend time out there and still be socially distant. So instead, I'm just watching fishing. I know you guys are making do with what you got. So you'll notice I'm using lot 3. Your numbers are going to vary, but my longest lot line is we'll call it 264. So if I wanted to put this on a sheet of paper, I wanted to go with some certain scale, if I tried that 1 to 20 scale like we did before, that's basically saying cut 265 in half. Basically, you take that number divided by 20, but I can do quick math in my head, take 264 divided into that, well, that's not really fast, but 132, well, that's great. Move the decimal, that's 13.2 inches. Problem, my paper is not 13.2 inches wide. So 1 inch equals 20 scale didn't work for me. So I said, let's go to the next one up. 1 inch equals 30 scale. So I take that number, 264, again, I'm rounding, divided by 30, gives me 8.8. I can squeeze that on my graph paper. So the longest line on that graph paper is 8.8, and that is the 264 roughly property line. Same thing goes with the other 3 sides, plus or minus those little jogs around the cul-de-sac. Take any number they gave me, divide it by 30, helps me squeeze this on a piece of graph paper. Again, I don't really need it wide or tall in this case, but I need it for the width of the paper. Otherwise, my 13.2 won't squeeze. I know somebody sent me a picture where theirs, they taped 2 pieces of paper together. That works for the site plan. If that's what you got, that's what you got. If I had some legal paper, 11 by 17 or 8.5 by 14, boy, that'd be great. But I don't, so this is what I'm working with. So on mine, you'll see I just sketched a house. Let me show you here. That sketch should match my floor plan. You'll see that floor plan jump up here. Quick little modification to a house. Kind of made a garage up front. I'm probably going to change that even still. I think I'm going to go side entry to the garage, not front. This is wide enough, but not a very deep house. I thought this looked good. I was kind of happy with it. And then all of a sudden I do some calculations and I'm barely over 1,500 square feet. Let's be honest. If I'm on a huge, acre on the lake, am I going to have a 1,500 square foot house? Probably not. I'm pretty sure that one on Lake Juliana has a 2,500 square foot minimum, if I'm not mistaken, from their homeowners association. So, hey, I'm going to come up with something different. I'm going to modify, I'm going to build on, put a game room, put an office, maybe a 4th bedroom / office, and I'm going to make maybe a 2nd living room / family room. And again, thought my stuff was fairly large, big bedrooms, bathrooms, adequate size, nice big kitchen, and I'm still way short. This, you'll see, is done in 1:20 scale. I gave some rough dimensions here. So basically, if this is 20 feet wide, that's every large green line is 10, or every little tick would be 2. So basically, if I took any dimension, and took that 20, divided by that 20, I should get roughly 1 inch across my garage. And that doesn't make it that big. It draws it kind of small. Excuse me, I don't think that's right. I think 20 feet is 20 inches. Or excuse me, 20 feet is 2 inches. Man, I can say that right. So 1 inch is 10 feet. So 2 inches is 20 feet across. So that's what my sketch is. And you'll see that matches up. The shape of this outline matches up with the shape on my site plan. So let me move this back to the top. So this is my lot over here to the right. And you can see my lot. You can see my rough placement. I just drew some outline for the roof. It kind of gives you a neat look of how that would look from the roof. You can see my patio is kind of shaded in. I did what would maybe be a gravel or mulched walkway back to the dock, and then the little the roof for the shed or the shop. Throw a couple trees in there and I'm done. This shouldn't take super long, but you do actually need the floor plan to get an idea of what it should look like on your site plan. And guys, CAD is so much easier. If I wanted to change this, add a room, offset a line, so much easier to do in CAD. I'm asking you to do this the hard way, by hand. So I suggest writing in light lines. Draw a very light line, get your layout so you can move a wall easier. If you start doing really dark lines and you start erasing, you're going to cut through your paper or show up those old smudges. So draw very light lines so you get your basic layout, then darken that in. I will tell you, some of you guys are sending some good pictures. Some of you guys, I'm seeing some really bright, like your flash, you're in a really bright place when you're taking pictures. And if you draw light and there's a lot of light reflecting on that paper, I can't see your pencil marks. And some of you guys are sending me blurry pictures. I've tried to reach out to you about that. Check your pictures before you submit. If it's blurry to you, it's going to be blurry to me, guys. I don't have any program that cleans up your blurry picture. If you don't have a phone, some of you guys are trying to take pictures with the camera on your computer, please let me know. Please double check. Please look into that. See if there's a better way, a secondary way. Let's talk about some options on how to get me a picture. So I hope this project is fun for you. I hope you get to see this from start to finish, and I hope you get to see what it takes to get a piece of property, figure out how big a house can fit on that property, design this house that you want to put on this, hopefully what would be a fun property to have, then get to lay out a site plan, a floor plan, do elevations, draw it up nice. I will put some examples of nice elevation plans. Again, we're talking black and white. You can do some color for those elevation plans. Everything else is done in pencil. Maybe when you get to those elevations, you can add a little color, a little texture, little shading, something with the roof, just to show the differences, the contrast between, roof. You can go full color, you can go just, black and white, some scale or shade of gray. But yeah, just have fun with it, guys. But again, 2 assignments per week with the exception of this week, and one of them is a 25-pointer. Pick a lot. If I saw a lot number, I gave you 25 points. If I see a site plan, I'm throwing 50 points in tomorrow. And then Friday, you throw in a sketch of your floor plan, which you probably have already worked on since you're working on your site plan. So that's due Friday. And then starting next week, we're done with sketches. We're drawing nicer drawings. That's when you're going to submit those nicer, done definitely with rulers, definitely to scale, some scale. Again, depending on somewhere in that 1 to 20 or 1 to 30 inch scale. That means you take your number. If my house is 30 feet wide, I divide it by 30. My house would be drawn 1 inch wide. And so you can see that's pretty close here. If this is 20, this is probably 0.7 inches across there, from there to there. If you want to draw it square on your paper, that's fine too. All right, so just like in class, just like in person, I've rambled. I'll let you go for now. Chat with me. See you guys on office hours this afternoon if you get them. If not, Thursday when you're working on this, you want to jump into office hours. Again, I'll make a quick note of that. Some of you guys haven't taken advantage of that. A lot of you guys, about 5 minutes before those office hours click on, I go in, open up a link that allows, at the top of the screen, you'll see something that says Meet Link, and then along a URL. It'll click that. It'll take you to a chat room. It'll prompt you. It'll show you on camera. It'll show you can test your camera and your microphone, and it's going to prompt you to join now. Big green button on your screen probably looks like mine. click join now, and you'll see me there waiting for you. If you don't have any questions, nothing comes up, you don't want to drop in and say hi, no big deal. Otherwise, big shout out to my seniors. I see you guys pick up cap and gown this week. It's exciting. I know this is kind of crazy. We just heard the announcement that we're not returning to school, but I appreciate you guys trucking away. Man, we're building character here. But I just want, on a personal note, just thank you guys for checking these videos, doing the work, submitting each day. I know this is not easy. Having a sophomore that's disappointed and not going back equally, right there with you. I miss you guys. I'm disappointed I won't see you guys again this year, this school year, let's say. So just keep your chins up. Hang in there. If you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. I had to run to the school. There's people there. They're answering phones. They're there. Mr. Wood's still working like crazy to get people logged in and computer help. And like I said, some of the admin were there, and I got to say hi to a few folks when I went and picked up a few things. So, man, you guys take care. Keep your chins up. We're going to have down days. We're going to have hopefully more good days than bad. But I miss you guys. I'm here for you if you need anything. Thanks, guys. You guys take care. And again, drop me a line if you need anything. Thanks so much, and good luck with this project.